SMDT.
And I'm Amit. Thanks for joining us.
And as you have joined us for this topic, you can take a little bit of pride in yourself as you are smarter than most other people. Because that most other people aren't even aware about this issue which needs serious attention. And by serious attention, I mean the amount of attention that the stranger sitting beside you gives to your mobile screen.
Yeah, jokes apart. This is really a posing threat on our world, much as governments try to overlook or even deny the matter.
And this denial is nothing new. Research on the effect of CO2 on the climate began in the 19th century. Joseph Fourier discovered the atmospheric greenhouse effect in 1824, and in 1860 John Tyndall quantified the effect of each gas. In the following decades, more research was taken on by the agencies like NASA.
But with the 1981 presidency of Ronald Reagan, global warming became a political issue, with immediate plans to cut spending on environmental research, particularly climate related, and stop funding for CO2 monitoring. Reagan even appointed James B. Edwards as Secretary of Energy, who said that there was no real global warming problem.
But you can say that's way too early, man. Surely people have become much more sincere now. Well then, listen to this. When Fox News' Chris Wallace asked US President-elect Donald Trump about his thoughts on climate change, he replied, and I quote, "Nobody really knows. Look, I'm somebody who gets it and nobody really knows. It's not something that's so hard and fast." His tweet looks like this. Even in an interview to Patricia Mazzei from Miami Herald, he said this.
You've called climate change a hoax. I'm wondering if you think, as a builder and someone who knows infrastructure, did Miami Beach waste its money?
Well, I'm not a big believer in man-made climate change. There could be some impact, but I don't believe it's a devastating impact.
Really, man? Climate change is so huge a monster that has turned this into this, and you still don't really know.
Anyway, no one gives a about what a shitload in human form thinks about something so intense. But what's horrifying is that he is not alone. According to Pew Research, more than half of all American adults do not even believe that the earth is warming mostly due to human activity. And trust me when I say, death of Great Barrier Reef is just one small example of this huge problem.
Yeah, a study released by Brazil's National Institute for Space Research estimated that, based on satellite imagery, deforestation in the Amazon increased around 30% from 2015 to 2016 alone. Even the government there has announced that they will stop illegal deforestation only by in 2030.
Also, sea ice in the Arctic and Atlantic is at record lows. Scientists say that a portion of sea ice approximately the size of India melted in 2016 due to a worldwide hike in temperature. And even the largest glacier in the East Antarctic ice sheet, Totten Glacier, is melting from below because of warm ocean water.
And even after all these examples, if you are still not concerned and thinking how did it affect your comfort, it will, man, it will. Eventually, as global temperature is set to hit a record high for the third consecutive year, and the average temperatures are 1.2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, which is really dangerous stat.
And if you don't believe us, hear to what Neil deGrasse Tyson has to say.
What I have seen is that at the early phases of this, people were in denial of any global warming at all, the naysayers. Then, as the evidence kept building, they said, okay, we accept that the Earth is getting warmer, but humans are not responsible for it. So there's some incremental acquiescence there that no one seems to be talking about. But what I pay attention to is, so if you don't want to believe all the scientists, I have another way for you to approach the problem, and that is you can take your cue from the rest of the animal and plant kingdom. Animals are migrating at different rates. Plants are migrating north that never made it north before because they can now sustain the warmth that is there. They're plants that are getting fertilized earlier than before. The migration patterns have shifted. And so nature is telling us nature already knows the answer to what it is everyone here is arguing about.
Now, he is one of the leading astrophysicists, cosmologists, and science communicator of our generation. What else do you want to accept the truth, man?
But it will be wrong to say that the governments are doing absolutely nothing to tackle this, as 122 countries have ratified the Paris Agreement 2016, of which 3 are China, the United States and India. These countries have 3 of the largest greenhouse gas emissions, that is about 42% together. Now hopefully they would stick to this in order to help reduce this posing threat.
But listen, it's still a very small step towards a big problem, and we want you guys, the common man, to be more aware about this to help prevent it. So spread the awareness and we can make this world a better place to live in for years to come. So that's it friends, like the video if you liked it, dislike if it wasn't that great, and head over to the comment section if you have more to express.
Get subscribed and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
See you soon guys, peace.
This topic.